Welcome to Pack Talks. I am your host, Pack Attack 580, and in today's video, we have for you what went down this past weekend at Impact Wrestling Victory Road, presented by World Class Revolution Pro Wrestling. It was one heck of an event, and I'm also going to be talking about my thoughts on Halloween Kills, which comes out next year. Next year in October 2020. I'm going to start off with that. Alright. My thoughts on it. If they are actually going to do the whole hospital thing, the whole hospital setting, that is my favorite. That is my favorite in the whole Halloween franchise from Halloween 2, 1981, where they had the whole hospital setting. That was cool for me. It's kind of creepy, too. You have a serial killer walking around the halls just stabbing people. But knowing that Halloween 2018 was the sequel to Halloween 1978, the original film. So Halloween 2 1981 is not canon. None of the sequels are canon in this. So if they are trying, if Jason Blum and Blumhouse are trying to put Halloween Kills as where it left off from Halloween 2018, where the house was burning up, where Michael was in it, and Laura Strode and her daughter and granddaughter were driving off into that truck, on the back of that truck. If that's where it leaves off, that's good. Leaves it off where that truck's taking them to a hospital or something, and plus we pan over to Michael not being in the house, not being seen in the house. He escaped. And we know probably Michael's pretty freaking smart to know that Laura Strode or whatever is going to the hospital, and that's where he's probably going to go. But I have a feeling we're going to stick with that house part where Michael is either knocked unconscious from the heat or he escaped. One or the other. We either get him going to the hospital himself as well, or we get another take on Halloween 2 1981, but even though that 1981 is not canon, we get a new fresh take on it. And somebody said that the hospital scene's been done more than once. Not really. In Halloween 2, Rob Zombie's crappy version, shitty version, the first part of that film was the hospital. Not the entire film. Was the hospital. So you can't count that. Alright? Halloween 4 did have somewhat of a psychiatric ward thing. So did Halloween 6, but again, those movies are not canon at all. So it's a fresh take on the hospital setting, which in this time period that we're in, not in 2019, which next year will be 2020, but in the time period that it's in will be 2019. Think about that. Because it's filming right now, as we are speaking. And I can't wait for, if it's actually true that we're getting a hospital setting. That's, to me, I would love that. Okay? And we've got Laura Strode coming back. We've got James Drew Courtney coming back. We have Tommy Doyle coming back, not the original actor, which I could care less. Michael Anthony Hall is playing Tommy Doyle, which is a good one, which is a good idea. You should know where he played, what he played on. He played in Edward Scissorhands. Well, I couldn't stand him in Edward Scissorhands. Oh boy. We got the original actor that played Lindsay Wallace coming back. That is so awesome, dude. That is flipping amazing. All right. I can't wait to see that in theaters. But can't wait to watch it and give my review on it. Speaking of reviews, starting next month, I will be doing my own horror month movie marathon. Some of the movies I may review on this channel. I will review Strangers Pray at Night. I haven't seen it. Ever since I bought it at Walmart, I have not seen it yet. I will probably review a lot of the movies that I have not seen yet that came out this year. I will tell you the movies I will review, and I also want you to comment down below to let me know what horror movie you would want me to review. That's probably going to be on my list for movies I will be watching. I will be watching most of the Friday the 13th films, most of the Nightmare films. I will be watching The Crazies, The Blair Witch Project, and more. So comment down below and let me know what you want me to review out of that list. And I've just started watching Supernatural. And I know that it's coming on its final season, so I need to get my butt in gear to watching that. And also talking about reviews, switching it over, not from horror, but superhero. From Supergirl to The Flash and the Green Arrow. I will be watching that as soon as it airs on CW, and I will give my thoughts on it. I may or may not give my thoughts on some of the stuff. Mostly Green Arrow, the Arrow show. Since that season's coming to an end, I will have to do that for you guys. And I will, if I can refresh my memory of all throughout the seasons, I'll give my thoughts on the whole entire show, alright? And Green Arrow is my favorite of the DC series that's going on CW. The second running is The Flash. I did have the Legends down as my third, but Supergirl took that. So hang there with me. And back to the horror movies of me doing the reviews for that. You will get a review this Friday, by the way, of Detective Pikachu. I finally rented that. You also may get in October Godzilla Kingdom of the Monsters review. I rented that as well. Let's see. If you wonder what I'm looking at my PlayStation screen of the movies that I'm planning on renting and watching for October. Curse of La Llorona. I hope I said that right. I will do that. That's part of the Conjuring series. I need to finish all of Annabelle series. I did Annabelle Creation. I need to do the first one. And then Annabelle Comes Home. I don't know when that comes out. I will do a review of Ma, Us, The Prodigy, Happy Death Day to You. I see that they remade Jacob's Ladder. I never seen the original one, but I may do that. The Banana Splits movie. I really am curious about that film, Because I guess it's supposed to be like a knockoff to Five Nights at Freddy's. Big Top Evil, I'm kind of curious in. A lot of clown movies coming out, man. But yeah. Can't wait to do those reviews for you guys. Again, comment down below. Let me know which movie you really want me to review out of the list that I have down for you. If you want me to review Beetlejuice, I'll do that too. But let's get on to the main topic that happened this past weekend. Wrestling. Wrestling happened this past weekend here in my good old town of Enid, Oklahoma. We had Impact Wrestling, Victory Road. If you want to go check this out, it's on Impact Plus. You have to subscribe to it. And I'm going to say this. This is a pay-per-view. And I'm going to cross this off as my dream to do. Is go to a pay-per-view. And I actually went to a pay-per-view. Alright. Let's see. We had one heck of a show Saturday night. We kicked things off with the North taking on Fuego del Sol, but Rich Swann. I am going to talk about this too. There's a little con with this that I'm a little irritated with. Rich Swann was not there, but I forgot who he was teaming with. Fuego. Comment down below if whoever was there to let me know. But the North won that one. Of course, there's going to be spoilers. If you don't want the spoilers, don't listen. Alright. Then we had Sami Callihan taking on Hawk. Hawk is the son of Tatanka, the Native American. And Tatanka was one of my favorites growing up back in the golden era. Alright. Sami Callihan won with a power driver, which I guess that was the first time I ever saw a power driver done in person. So that was cool. Then we had for the World Class Revolution Championship, M.V.P. taking on Chavo Guerrero. And M.V.P. won that. He got the title. Then we have a knockouts bout. Kira Hogan taking on Destrada. I got Desi Derrada. I said that right now. There was a count out for that one, and Kira Hogan won that by a count out. Then we go on to Eddie Edwards taking on Rohit Raju. I hope I said that right. And then that turned into a tag team bout. And that tag team bout was of Brian Cage. He is huge, man. Brian Cage and the tag team partner of Eddie Edwards and Rohit Raju. I don't know who his tag team partner was, but Eddie Edwards and Brian Cage won that, I believe. Comment down below if I got that wrong. Correct me, alright? And then we had, for the Knockouts title, we had Taya taking on Rosemary. And Taya got disqualified, but therefore... Oh, no, wait, she didn't get disqualified. She won that. But we did have a disqualification that night. Then we have Moose taking on Stephen Bonner. Moose won that. And then on our main event, we had TJP versus Michael Elgin. And Michael Elgin won that, so... But here's my cons with this. They promoted this severely wrong. Okay, they should have promoted this or advertised this like 2 months ahead so that they would have had fans getting tickets and would have sold out crowd. You'll notice it in the Impact Plus when you watch it. They really didn't advertise it much, and the flyer that they added, the flyer had most of the wrestlers on it that was not there. So that's kind of false advertising. So, but if you enjoyed this, be sure to hit the like button and comment down below. Let me know what you guys thought. Hit the thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. See ya.